Good morning. 3 videos in a row. Wow. Before I walk outside, I want to show this picture. Let's see. Trisha, I want you to get a good look at that picture. The reason I want you to get a good look at that picture is if you're gonna talk about my mom, I wanted you to know who you're talking about. I wanted you to realize that when you say those things, there is a person behind the picture. That picture is very special because me and JoJo being so young when she passed away, my nanny had that made. If you really look at the picture, you can see that my mom's kind of in the background. She took a picture of my mom and then a separate picture of us and had it put together. And then, of course, now we've all got one, but that picture's really old because it's been hanging up all my life that I can remember. I'm gonna make this video and then I'm dropping the Trisha stuff no matter what she says. But last night in her live stream, I have things to say, and Trisha, I hope when you see that picture, you realize when you say the things that you say, it does affect. I'm more mad, but your husband screaming that people need to get over it, and that you need to get over it, and I need to get over it, and it's God throws you a curveball, and that's I agree with that part, but the loss of a parent isn't necessarily a curveball. It's more like a bowling ball hitting you in the chest. So you may, I honestly, I don't even know how to respond to what he said. I mean, the way that he was screaming, my husband would never, ever raise his voice like that to any woman, much less me. So you deal with that, girl. You deal with that. I mean, I'm sure that you push him to the brink of insanity because you yelling his name when he's trying to sleep before he goes to work, but and then you can erase tweets, but of course, I've got screenshots of them. You question, and in your live stream, you questioned if I was even telling the truth about my mom. And this is what I hate, is I feel like that now I'm kind of making this about me, and that my initial video was telling you to not make suicide or someone's death about yourself, and you flipped my words and you flipped it and you've turned it into all this, and now I feel like I'm making it about me, and I feel like a hypocrite, and I don't like that. So that's why I say I'm gonna say what I gotta say today, and I'm letting it go. You're gone, because I'm not gonna be you. But like I said, I wanted you to see that picture because my mom felt like life was so bad at the age of 23 years old that she needed to end her own. And my way of dealing with stuff is different than a lot of people's. We have a crazy sense of humor, and we joke about things that hurt us. My whole family does, because that's just how we deal with stuff. And like I told B last night, I said, like, I would make that up. My mom took one look at her kids and said, I'm out of here. That is how we handle stuff. But if in my previous video, one of, when I talk about my mom, I say in that video, there's times I think, why wasn't I good enough to keep her alive, blah, blah, blah. But yet, you last night said, how do I even know Randy's telling the truth? And you did the same thing with Kathy and her daughter. But yet, you get mad when people question you about the bullshit that you tell. And, I didn't show you that picture to prove that I'm not lying, because that picture doesn't prove anything. I don't care if you don't believe me. I don't know why anybody would lie about somebody killing themselves. But, hey, you know that again, your character's showing, because in order for you to think someone would lie about that means you would have to do it. When everybody was accusing you of faking your cancer, I went on a video and said I would never do that. I wouldn't accuse you of faking it, simply because that's not something that I would do. But yet, your character's showing. But, it's, excuse me, y'all, I'm sinusy. I just was sitting there, and I just felt like I had so much to say. And then, when you turn on the camera, you go blank and you forget what you're going to say. And that's just the way it is. But I didn't make that video to start a YouTube war with you. That's what you wanted. You made a whole live stream about how my video hurt you. There's been 1,000 videos about you, and mine hurt you. And I just saw the video last night, the Get Ready With Me, where you mentioned my name and Bee's name and Kathy's name and Char's name and Tracy's name. So who's not letting stuff go? Think about that. Who's not letting stuff go? And I know that 3 videos about you 3 days in a row is just too much for me, for anybody. I know that. So that's, I'm ending this. But your apology last night, you did not apologize. What you said was, I'm sorry that I reacted to blah, 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 blah. That's not how you apologize. That, for anybody out there, if you're listening, that if you ever have an apology to make, whenever you put but at the end of it and justify it, that apology is null. It's that, and you only said that because people in the chat was like, you should apologize to Randy. Keep it. Keep your apology, because anybody, and I said when I made the video about my mom, I said this can be used against me, and I knew who would use it against me. I knew it would be you. I mean, why wouldn't it be you? But I'm not going to say anything about the suicide in your family, that you talked about. I'm not going to. And your husband, he said something about a suicide in his family last night. And so, we see that that's something that a lot of people go through. And it is sad. And then, of course, he brought up that he's a veteran. We know you are, Sean. We know you are. Thank you for your service. We know you're a veteran. So, that I don't really know what else to say except you're a joke. You're a joke. The things that you tweeted about me being, what did you put? Being clean my ass. She's cleaned my ass. Or, questioning my sobriety. Questioning. Let me tell you something. If I wasn't clean, I would be on here. Oh my. You ain't got a clue, girl. Why? And you're just so disrespectful and such garbage. And I know that my words hurt. And I feel that, I do feel bad about that. And I do think about that, because I don't like to hurt people. I don't. It hurts me to hurt people, and that's the truth. you know. And that's why that time when I apologized to you, it was true, it was sincere, and all I asked you to do, no matter what, don't react. Don't react to Kathy. Don't react to anything. And you wouldn't listen, and you don't listen. And that's okay. You don't have to listen. But don't insinuate that the reason that I'm mad at you is because I messaged you a bunch and you wouldn't message me back, because that's a lie. I don't want to continue this, because I know, again, I'm going to say, I know that words hurt, and my intention was to get through to you, not to hurt you. And I can see that I really, I hit a nerve. You know, you say, let me grieve, let me grieve. Again, let's have a little lesson. You grieve the death of someone you know and love. You feel sad about a death of someone that you may have known of. That there's such a difference in that. And all I asked you to do was try not to make her death about yourself, and you just flipped the script. And I think I've said this before. I have always taught my kids that sticks and stones bullshit is just what that is. It's bullshit, because words hurt. I'd rather somebody hit me than come at me with words. And because once words are said, they can't be erased. They can't be taken back. And but I know that I've hurt you, Trisha. I asked you yesterday morning to stop talking about my mom, and you go on Twitter and tweet about her. Then you got in your live stream and questioned me. And I'm thankful to God for a lot of things, but today I'm thankful that I don't live anywhere close to you. The loss of someone, my nanny didn't die of suicide, but you know, I grieve, and that is the hardest thing that I've been through, and so far. But thinking about my mom, you know, this has just brought back stuff, you know, because I'm kind of regretting making that video, because it's brought so much stuff back. Bringing up my mom, and you know, me thinking what goes through their mind. It has really, and you just kept slamming it last night down my throat about how you didn't, you know, how do I know she's telling the truth? And I just think about, you know, my mom, when I have an aunt that was her sister, who acts like her life didn't matter, and that's who you remind me of. You remind me so much of my aunt. And my mom was here, and obviously, you know, for a reason, her life did matter. She felt like she couldn't go on with life, and you don't know the reasons why, and I will never tell the reasons why. I know why. And for you to belittle her life like you have, it breaks my heart that someone would think like that. And I'm gonna go, y'all. I really gotta get prayed up today, because you know, my heart is hurting a little bit. And I hope that everyone has a great day. I thank you for listening, and this will be all the Trisha that you'll hear for a while. I don't know. Peace, y'all.